Joining me now, Christopher Massardo, Press the Fashion Magazine editor. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Very exciting news about the magazine.
Yep.
Before we get into it, will you tell me a little bit about your background?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been working in the fashion industry in Canada between Ottawa, Toronto, and Montreal, and a little bit in Europe and the States for the past 3 years, about 3.5 years now. And about a year ago, I got together with some of my fellow colleagues that I work with in the city, and we just decided that there was a bit of a gap, in the fashion industry here regarding, a high-end publication.
For sure.
So from there, we just kind of went with it, and the first issue of Press of Fashion came out last summer, our fall issue, and now we've got our 1-year anniversary issue. So yeah.
How difficult is it to take sort of the concept of a magazine and actually bring it to fruition?
It's pretty stressful.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of fun. We've enjoyed every minute of it. I love every aspect of the magazine and about running the magazine. But yeah, it can be pretty stressful and a lot of work.
So what can we expect when we flip open the magazine?
You can expect an editorial from Ottawa. You can expect editorials from Montreal, Toronto, different cities around the globe, such as New York, Los Angeles, and Tokyo, Japan, Paris, France, London, England.
Oh, wow.
You can expect coverage on local fashion designers here in Ottawa, Canadian fashion designers, products, everything from ready-to-wear essentially to the more avant-garde and the high-end fashion. So, Ottawa is this big kind of mixing pot of culture, so I felt that it was really important to kind of have a little bit of everything.
And how many different contributors will you have? It would seem as though you would need to have a lot to cover that much of the world, really.
On average for each issue, there's myself, and then there's about 4 or 5 other editors, and then on top of that, we have anywhere from about 30 to 50 contributors each issue.
Right.
So it can be, it's a bit stressful to manage, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun getting to work with all these teams in different parts of the country and different parts of the globe. It's because you get to see a different aesthetic and a different, something that appeals to other people, yet somehow it appeals to us as well. So it's very cool.
And it's nice to always compare what is going on in the fashion world here in Ottawa and locally.
Yes.
Compared to what's happening internationally.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's part of the reason why we do it, is to show the fact that there is talent here in Ottawa that can stand against, on the same page as a photographer in Toronto or New York or Montreal or Tokyo. Because we have that talent here, it's just not getting showcased enough.
What about the future?
Well, the future, we've got our 1-year anniversary issue that comes out next week, and then we're launching our second magazine, which is Press the Beauty, which is going to focus more on hair, makeup, and wellness. That launches next month.
Great.
That'll come out twice a year. And we're just going to continue to grow and expand in the city and continue to grow in other cities as well.
And how does that feel for you to see this 1-year anniversary coming up, something that was originally just an idea, to have sustained itself?
The year's gone by really quickly. I can't believe we're already at the 1-year anniversary issue point. I mean, it's amazing. It feels really great. And the reception that we're getting, not just from Ottawa, but from Toronto, from Montreal, from all the cities we're sold in and more, is really amazing because, it's got people asking, what's going on in Ottawa? There's so much talent in Ottawa, we didn't know about it. When I would go to different cities to ask about selling the magazine, they'd be like, "You're from Ottawa? The magazine's from Ottawa?" So it was nice to see the surprise and the fact that they were really happy to see something coming from the capital, because we're the capital of the country and we're in between all these great different fashion markets, so there should be this boom of fashion here.
And when you flip through the magazine, I mean, the quality is evident. The photography is lovely.
We work with some really amazing photographers. In the city, we worked with great photographers like Lyndon Govace and Luc Pigeot. We've also worked with Brian Yppersil in Montreal, who's an amazing photographer, Anthony Torreno. We've been really lucky with the photographers and the talent that we get, especially, on the uphill battle being a new magazine, being the new kid on the block. Sometimes you don't always get those chances, but we've been really, blessed regarding who's willing to work with us and who sees potential in the magazine.
Okay,
So
and really
great.
quickly before we go, where can people pick up the magazine?
In Ottawa, you can pick it up at Mags and Fags, you can pick it up at Byward Market News, Britain's, Kinea, AMH Style, you can pick it up at Type Books in Toronto, Luster Boutique in Montreal. You can pick it up at, in New York City, JMP lobby stands in the Starrett Lehigh building. You can pick it up lots of places.
Perfect, and you can head to the website for more information. It was really lovely to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so
You
much
too.
for coming in, and keep an eye open for the Press the Fashion magazine.